Hey everybody, welcome back for another pick a card reading. Today's reading is going to be a fun one. We're going to uncover what is the color of your aura and what does it say about you. So right in front of you can see three cards you can choose from left to right. Group 1, group number 2, or group number 3. Let's get started. Group number 1, let's find out what is the color of your aura and what does it say about you. Spirit guides, archangels, and angels, please provide some guided messages for the collective we chose group number 1. Three of Swords, Nine of Cups, Five of Coins, Ace of Coins, Knight of Swords, and you have here the Hermit. All right, bottom of the deck you have here Queen of Coins. Wow, a lot of earth energy. So that will be Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, especially Virgo over here. And then we also have here Swords energies, Aquarius, Libra, and then Gemini. All right, so in terms of aura color, the strongest ones that I'm seeing here would be the color yellow, as well as I'm seeing here blue. Okay, so yellow and blue is very strong. Let's actually start off with the color yellow. Okay, so since you have yellow aura, that means you guys are very optimistic. You're highly creative as well. All right, you're very easygoing. You guys are actually serving as a deep inspiration to people. You have a lot of wisdom. Okay, and this is also associated with the solar plexus chakra, which is also about confidence, expansion as well. And usually the career that is associated for people with yellow aura, it can be that you're an artist. Okay, so either you are into arts, you're into music as well, or a performer, or some of you, I'm still picking up a strong spiritual energy. So some of you watching group number 1, you guys are probably psychics or healers. Okay, that's another thing that I'm getting here. Even with this Hermit, okay, so you guys are very, very enlightened people. All right, there's a lot of knowledge that you can actually share to people out there. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for the yellow aura. And then I'm also getting here blue aura. And if you have blue aura, that means you guys are very peaceful, you're very calm, you have that very soothing energy. And again, that's why I'm still picking up strong healing energy as well as psychics watching group number 1. And since it's the color blue, I'm getting here that this is associated with the throat chakra, okay, which is all about voice, expression, all right, also spirituality as well. And then if you have blue aura, then that means you can also make a great singer, all right? So there's something about music really for group number 1, or anything to do with arts, okay? Or you're an artist, just like what I said. A lot of you guys are probably also into writing, okay? Or maybe you love writing. Or you can also be a teacher, again, with that Hermit card, because Hermit is actually a wise, being, all right? He is the enlightened one. So I really feel that you guys have a lot of knowledge that you can actually share to the world. Wow, group number 1, I love this, okay? Let's try to pull up more cards. All right, individuality. All right. Oh my gosh. I just said music, and look at that, music. Well, hello. Right. That's why I really picked up earlier, group number 1, that a lot of you chose this pile are very highly creative and talented, and a lot of you really are into music or arts, okay? Wow, either painting as well, writing. Oh my gosh. And it says here your connection to music is healing for yourself and others. A lot of you guys, you're very unique as well. All right. You're very unique. You're very creative. You know what you want. All right. Let's see here. Yeah. Speaking of creativity, you got here the Empress. And the Empress is really, abundant with a lot of talents, right? So you guys are highly creative. You have a lot of talents, multiple talents is really what I'm getting for group number one. Oh my gosh, I just love this, all right? And I feel as well that for group number one, you are very nurturing, okay, with this Empress energy. You're very, empathic as well for some of you. You can actually, feel the energies of the world and the people around you. Okay. You have that very motherly, nurturing energy about you, group number one. Oh my gosh. I love this. Okay. Let's try to pull up more. Yeah, earth magic. Oh my gosh. So I really feel for group number one, a lot of you are empaths, okay? Like what I said, you can feel the energies of the world, all right? You can sense it. And I'm also getting here for group number one, there is a need for you guys to ground, okay? Just like this image over here, all right? There is a need for you to maybe, take a step back at times, especially if you are an empath, because you're very much connected as well to Earth. You can feel the energies. It can also be that you may have brown aura. So if you're not resonating with yellow as well as blue, I'm also getting here that for some of you can have brown aura because this is Earth's magic card. And so usually if you have a brown aura, you are connected, as like what I said, to Earth. And yeah, you love nature as well. And I feel as well that for some of you, it can be that there is a blockage, all right? I feel in terms of blockage, getting here that some of you are actually feeling either confused or you're kind of like feeling overwhelmed, all right? Some of you are still going through some emotional pain or some trauma that you actually needed to heal. Also, if you have a brown aura, then it can also mean, all right, that you have to let go of something that is painful, all right? So that your aura is going to be changing, all right? Either, again, we saw yellow, which is a very bright, very lovely color, very optimistic. So I'm really getting here that you may have that right now. For some of you, your aura is a combination of yellow and brown, and that means that you need to release something, okay? Either emotional pain or some guilt that you may have about a recent situation. And if you have brown aura, by the way, either you can actually do well when it comes to farming, all right, anything to do with nature, actually, all right, or earth energy worker, all right. You can also be a landscape architect for some of you, all right. That's another thing I'm getting. But this is also a message for a lot of you who chose group number one that maybe you need to take a step back, you need to take a breather, you need to keep yourself centered again or calm again. Yeah, I can actually visit the nature, all right? Meditation is another thing that I'm getting here. But yeah, you have a strong connection to Earth, group number one. Let's see, what else? Balance, right? So there's definitely a need for you guys to balance your energies, all right? I was just talking about that. Keep yourself centered and calm, okay? Wow. And it says here, I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. So this is, again, a validation from spirit. We were just talking about that, right? Like keeping yourself centered and try to ground your energies, because I'm also picking up that this can also be a blockage for some of you, especially if you're resonating with, you're feeling so down, you're feeling so low, or you may be still carrying some emotional pain from a recent event, okay? So that is a sign that you need to reconnect with the earth energy. Wow, group number one. Very interesting. Let's try to pull up more. Okay, look at this image over here. Are you freaking kidding me? Well, didn't I say that the strongest aura color so far for group number one, on top of yellow, we're seeing blue as well, okay? And yeah, we have the color blue or powder blue over here. And look at this image over here. We see here a couple, all right? And they're painting. So what did I tell you? You guys, can make great artists, really. Either you are into painting, you are actually into music, all right, or singing, or some of you writing is very, very strong. Wow. This is a strong validation, really, for you guys that your aura color, it's color blue or color yellow. And speaking of the color yellow, look at this. Oh my gosh, we have a yellow bird. So again, for me, birds are messengers. So this is suggesting to me as well, group number one, that there's something about voice, all right? And that's why I got the blue aura as well, because it's associated with the throat chakra. There's something about expression. Like what I said, either you express your creativity or talents through music, writing, drawing, poetry, or whatsoever, all right? Or even dancing for some of you. Oh my gosh. And even with this bird over here, all right, I'm really picking up that you guys are actually also very adaptable. I don't know why I'm hearing that very strongly right now. And again, you're having that very sunny personality about you. All right, group number one, because especially if you have yellow aura, you're very, fun to be around with, easygoing. All right, you're very optimistic. Oh gosh, I love this pile, really. Okay, let's try to pull it more. A lot of artistic people watching group number one. I love that. Some of you are also probably into fashion, by the way. That's another thing that I'm hearing right now. Something about interior design as well. Oh my gosh, look at that. The thinking man. So yeah, you guys are actually also very logical, especially have blue aura, okay, about you. Let's see. Let's pull up another one. And then he got Storm Fields. Okay. So here's the thing, and I keep on getting that. For others of you, I'm still picking up that there might be some sort of like a blockage for someone watching group number one, because I'm getting the color brown earlier, as well as the color gray, okay? So this is close to black aura. And if you have that, that could mean that there is loneliness, there's actually depression for some of you. You may have been, going through something that is really difficult, and yeah, you're having some sleepless nights. You kept on thinking about it, all right? So be mindful about that, group number one, okay? You can actually try out a lot of videos on YouTube to cleanse your aura as well, all right? Or some of you either going through some sort of like depression, or there's some sort of like a trauma that has happened for you. So again, low energy because of maybe the challenges that you're currently faced with. I'm also picking up fear as well as anger for some of you, all right? So I feel that this is something that you guys also needed to work on. If you're resonating with that message, okay, then that is a sign that you need to cleanse or clear your aura as well. And maybe you can actually go into nature, just like what I said earlier, right? So you can actually reconnect with the energies of the earth. Let's see here. Let's try to pull it more. Yeah, some self-reflection. So somebody's feeling overwhelmed as well, especially if you were kind of like, resonating more with, yeah, it looks like I have gray or blackish aura right now because of my situation. And I'm so sorry to hear that. If you are actually resonating with that message, your guides wanted you to take a breather. They wanted you to take a step back and again, cleanse or clear your aura, okay? And yeah, I'm drawn to this image over here where she is actually, yeah, in the water. So there's that feeling of, yeah, feelings of being overwhelmed is what I'm getting with the self-reflection card. It can be related to romance for some of you, all right? Can be, that you're not feeling at peace because of your situation. If it's not necessarily about romance, there's also something about balance. There's emotional imbalance for some of you, group number 1, okay? And then another card that talks about, yeah, you questioning something. You have a lot of questions, just like with the Thinking Man card. And so what I'm actually getting so far for group number 1, on top of yellow and blue, I'm getting brown as well as grayish black. Okay, so I'm getting different energies for group number 1, honestly. So only take what applies. So yellow, blue, as well as brown or grayish black. So there's probably, something that's bothering you right now. You have a lot of questions, all right? You're looking for some clarity. Remember, you got that Thinking Man, and he's holding this clear quartz, all right? So yeah, I feel that if you are, again, resonating with that message from Spirit Group number 1, you need to take a breather, okay? Take a step back, be kind to yourself, nurture yourself, all right? Let's see. Let's pull up another one. Okay. And then you got freedom. Again, the color yellow. Right. So I'm actually getting here that for group number 1, there is something that you need to let go of because you got the freedom. Remember, I just actually discussed that earlier, that if you have brownish aura, then that could mean that you are still holding on to some emotional pain or even guilt for some of you, okay? So this is a sign that you need to release that. You need to let that go, all right? And you have the crystalline over here. So for some of you, purple aura still, okay? I could also pick up with a rainbow over here that maybe for group number 1, either the reason as to why there's so many colors that popped up for you guys is because you have more than one aura color, all right? You can also be somebody who has rainbow aura, which means you guys are very insightful. You guys are actually very spiritual people as well. You're very sensitive to energies because, again, this crystalline card is also about energy. And look at that. She has a lot of, crystals around her, even on her head, which is amethyst, I believe. You may also work with amethyst, group number 1. If you're resonating with, there's a lot of overthinking happening for you, a lot of worries. So to calm your stress, to calm your anxiety, you may actually work with amethyst, okay? That can also be a message for someone out there, especially if you are resonating with, yeah, like I'm feeling so depressed, I'm feeling low and down lately. So yeah, I really feel that group number 1, you can actually either work with that crystal, which is amethyst, to calm your anxiety or your stress. Some of you are having a hard time sleeping, really. That's another thing that I'm getting. Okay, let's see what else. Divine timing. So maybe that's part of your question, okay? Maybe you keep on asking, when is this going to happen? All right, whatever this is, it's not just tied to romance, okay? And I'm drawn again to this image. If I actually read it intuitively, look at that. There's actually a hand over here holding this pen. So a lot of you guys are writers, really. And usually that's for those who have blue aura, okay? Because if you have blue aura, either you guys are skilled writers. Yeah, and then you got your cell phone communication. It says here, polish your communication skills. So again, related to the blue aura, okay? Because it's associated with throat chakra, even with this color over here. So something to do with expression or voice. For some of you, it can also be a blockage, all right? That maybe your throat chakra is also blocked. You're kind of like having a hard time expressing yourself. Or I'm also hearing right now that for some of you, if you're a writer, maybe, you're dealing with some writer's block as well. That's another thing I'm getting here. So yeah. But the strongest so far it's really yellow, blue, and then a little bit of brown as well as gray. Okay. Others of you, I'm getting that you have rainbow aura because it can be that you have more than one aura color. Okay. Wow. I love this reading. It's quite interesting. Let me just pull up this card. And then we're just going to pull up some random messages for you. Yeah, didn't I say that you serve as a deep inspiration to people, group number one? Well, you got here the card that says inspiration. Wow. And usually people with the yellow aura, yeah, they're really lively people. They inspire a lot of people, having that very radiant energy about them. Okay. Yeah, it says here, needing to forgive others, needing to let go of a grudge. Gosh, I just love how everything is matching, group number one. So for some of you, there is really a need for you to release something. You got the freedom card, okay? So maybe that's why some of you are feeling stuck in a particular situation, all right? And again, you just have to move forward, all right? It doesn't mean that you're okay with what this person or these people did to you, but it's about time for you to let go of your grudge or your hatred or anger to someone, because it's not helping you, all right? It's affecting you on an overall, perspective. So, yeah. No wonder for some of you, I'm getting grayish as well as kind of like gray-black or brown aura. Yeah, somebody's feeling really, pressured. So there's a lot of stress. There's a lot of tension as well. Okay, all right. Wow, okay. This is for the yellow aura. Healthy ego. All right, and again, very creative. I feel as well that for some of you guys, I'm hearing from spirit, especially if you're resonating with the blue and the yellow aura. Somebody watching, you're having a hard time expressing it. Okay, it's not necessarily that you may have throat chakra blockage, or you may notice that, like for some reason, like your throat chakra is blocked, and that is because of some of you are kind of like having a hard time expressing yourself, like, yeah, getting those talents, out and, showing everybody what you can actually do. Maybe because of you're afraid to be ridiculed. That's actually what I'm hearing right now from spirit. So show your talents to the world, shine for everybody to see how amazing you are, okay? Somebody needed to hear that message, all right? Because you are multi-talented, group number one. There's so many things that you can actually do, but some of you are probably kind of like not that confident enough to express those gifts and those talents, whatever that is, okay? And yeah, you got your party, celebration, social event. Again, yellow aura. Because people with yellow aura, they're very sociable, they're very fun, all right? They're the life of the party as well. Oh my gosh, I just love how everything is matching. Crazy. Okay, so before we wrap things up, let me get some messages for you, okay? And then we'll do a recap. All right, message for group number one, please. The world. Oh wow, a lot of violet or purple as well for group number one. And they got courage. Oh gosh, there's a lot of color for group number one. Oh wow. Okay, let me just pull up another card here. And you got flow. Okay, so before we proceed with your messages, group number one, I actually noticed that for some of you, on top of yellow and blue, and then a little bit of brown, and then grayish black, somebody watching group number one, you may have purple aura, which is really amazing, all right? And if you have purple aura, then that means you guys are highly psychic or very, very spiritual people, okay? So either you are a healer, all right? right? Or you may be a tarot reader, even a clairvoyant, all right? And maybe for some of you watching, either you have those gifts or talents, but either you lost confidence, is what I'm hearing, or that you're kind of like hesitant to show your gifts to the world. And that is because you're afraid of being ridiculed or judged, all right? I don't know who is it that I'm channeling, but if you're resonating with that, your guides are saying, let it go, all right? Show the world how talented you are, okay? Shine for the world to see, okay? And so, yeah, if you have purple aura, you guys are highly empathic, and I've mentioned that earlier when I saw the Earth Magic card. And you guys are very curious as well. And purple is also associated with the crown chakra, which is all about spirituality, okay? So you're very spiritual. You may also, have the ability to do some astral traveling, or you have a strong connection with the divine as well. And so in terms of career, again, you can be a spiritual leader. Some of you are also going to be working in the medical field, all right? Or that's actually a career that is suited for you. Or a therapist for some of you, okay? Oh my gosh. Anyway, so let's actually read your message right now. So the first message you have, it's the world, Archangel Michael, a very happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. So yeah, so maybe, some of you are actually going through some sort of like spiritual awakening as well, all right? Everything is coming in full circle, all right? Or maybe you have ended something as well, or something ended. And then you got your compassion message. So let me actually read it. Dearest one, be compassionate towards yourself. Surrender the self-criticism and fear that has you believing that you need to improve in order to be worthy. Right. You are perfect just as you are. The only thing that needs to change is your negative perceptions. You will come to realize the jewel that you are when you love and honor yourself as you are. Oh my gosh, I just love how everything is matching, because that's really what I heard from Spirit earlier. Your guides are so proud of you, group number one, okay? Shine for the world to see. Embrace who you truly are. You are important just like anybody else out there, all right? So maybe somebody watching group number one is just being too hard on themselves. You're probably, criticizing yourself, all right? So, yeah. Embrace who you are, all right? Be proud of who you are. So love and honor yourself, all right? Be gentle with yourself. And we have here the message of courage. And it says here, dare to be different, to make mistakes. Create, for it is in creation that you exist. Well, a lot of creative people chose group number one, right? So, in this world of dreams that stem from the eternal heart, you are one with all creation. All is possible. Go forth and be true to yourself, for it is only through being true to you that you can be true to others. Wow, such a very beautiful message. And the last message, you have flow. So it says here, find an easier path forwards, surrender the outcome, release your expectations. Yeah, because you got divine timing earlier. So somebody watching group number one is overthinking, you're kind of like really stressed out. And so your guides are basically saying, release that, right? It's not helping you. Try to be gentle with yourself, right? Relax, take a step back, keep yourself centered and balanced, right? Because you got that as well earlier, and try to go with the flow as well. Such beautiful messages for group number one. So as a recap, I'm seeing here the strongest color or aura color for group number one. It would be the color yellow. All right, yellow aura, and then blue aura as well. For some of you, I'm getting that, especially if you're resonating with, you're feeling so down lately, you're feeling overwhelmed and kind of like in a very depressive state, then your aura is actually kind of like grayish black, all right? Or for some of you, it's brown because you need to let go of some emotional pain. You need to let go of some grudges as well. Okay, but I'm still seeing that for some of you, you may have more than one aura color. So it can also be that you have rainbow aura, all right, which means that you guys are actually, again, very insightful, highly spiritual, very psychic as well, all right, and you're also very sensitive to the energies of the world. You may be an empath as well watching. So yeah, there you go, group number one. I really love your reading, and I hope you picked up something from this reading. I'll see you again next week. Bye bye, guys. Your turn, group number two. Let's uncover what is the color of your aura and what does it say about you. Again, it's a general reading, so only take what applies. For group number one, there's multiple colors. Some of them, it's rainbow color aura. So let's find out yours. Spirit guides, archangels, and angels, please provide some guided messages for the collective we chose. Group number two. Three of coins. Six of wands. Three of wands. Beautiful. Strength. The Empress. Okay. Another creative group. Wow. Very talented group. And we have here Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck. All right, so this is very interesting for group number two. Let's actually start off with signs, all right? Some of you may have strong fire in your chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, especially Leo, all right? And then I'm also seeing here, yeah, Taurus, as well as Libra energy, okay? All right, so what is the color of your aura, group number two? For a lot of you, I'm seeing here two colors, okay? We have yellow as well as indigo. Okay, so let's actually start off with yellow aura. Group one got that too, okay? So if you have yellow aura, basically you have this very sunny personality. You're actually very optimistic. You guys are highly creative, and that's why I said another creative group, okay? Even got the Empress over here, because the Empress is pregnant with a lot of ideas, all right? She is highly creative, highly talented. And you guys really love to plan as well, all right? You have a lot of dreams and visions as well, group number two, okay? So I'm seeing here that if you have yellow aura as well, you are actually fun to be around with. You know, people like your sunny personality, or you're having that very pleasing personality, easygoing as well. And yellow is also, again, associated with happiness and joy. And you serve as a deep inspiration as well to the people around you. And it's also associated with the solar plexus chakra, which is all about optimism, confidence, wisdom, and insight. And again, in terms of career, if you have yellow aura, you guys are artists, okay? Or you can be into music, or you can be a musician. For some of you, anything to do with being a performer, all right? For others of you, I'm also getting here teacher, okay? And then we also have indigo aura, all right? Because you got that twice as well. And so the indigo aura, wow, this is actually really great. That means you guys are empaths, okay? So high five to my fellow empaths out there. So you can be an empath, you can feel the energies of the people around you, or the environment, or even the world. And if you have indigo aura, that means you may also have strong psychic abilities, all right? You have access to Akashic records. You may also be talented in terms of, or you have gifts with regards to astral traveling, all right? Some of you may have some sort of like a spiritual awakening as well. And the reason why I'm getting a very psychic energy for group number two is because of the indigo aura is also associated with the third eye chakra. So that could also mean that your third eye is activated or it's actually open, all right? And you have a connection between the physical as well as the spiritual world. In terms of career, of course, either some of you are already doing it, all right? Either you're tarot readers or you're a psychic, you're a medium. Some of you are also healers, by the way, okay? I'm also picking up Reiki Master as well. Watching group number 2, or that can be a career they can also pursue. Wow, group number 2. I love this. Let's try to pull up more cards over here. Another yellow. Oh my gosh. Wow. Communication. So yeah, I really feel that you guys, just like what I said, if you have yellow aura, you guys are great performers, all right? Some of you are also very talented when it comes to music, all right? Or even communicating your knowledge and wisdom because, like what I said, usually the life purpose for people with yellow aura has something to do with teaching as well, all right? Because you guys are very insightful. Let's see here. What else? Ooh. Okay, you got trust. All right. Spiritual strength. Oh my gosh. Again, indigo. I can't believe this reading. It's packed with a lot of synchronicity. So far, I'm still picking up the colors yellow as well as indigo aura for group number 2. Some of you, like what I said, you guys are highly spiritual, very psychic, okay? Even with this lady over here, all right? I don't know. I'm drawn to this image. It's kind of like a crystal ball, all right? And you're being encouraged by your guides to trust your feelings, your emotions, all right? Whatever it is that you're going through. Some of you are going through something that is really difficult and it's making you feel really confused about your next path, all right? It can also be that somebody also needed to clear their root chakra. I don't know why I'm hearing that, okay? Especially if you're resonating with, you're having a hard time figuring out what's my next path. What do I need to do about my career, all right? Somebody's also kind of like struggling when it comes to making a decision as well. But yeah, you guys are very strong, okay? And I feel as well that for those who are resonating with, yeah, I'm a psychic, watching, medium, and all that, you know that this is actually not your first experience here in this realm, okay? And you're meant to do something. A lot of you guys are actually meant to do something big, all right? Which involves people either using your talents or your gifts to actually help people, all right? Whether you are a healer or you are a psychic, guiding people as well, using whatever divination tool that you are aware about. Because some of you, you really have a strong connection as well with the divine, or you can also have some sort of like an access to Akashic records. Wow, this is so beautiful. And look at this image over here. For me, you know, it's like the third eye. Again, indigo aura. So a lot of psychics, a lot of people whose third eye or spiritual eye is highly activated, okay? Oh my gosh. Let's see, what else? Great and full. It is what it is. Okay, again, I'm still picking up that color with a yellow here, kind of like gold, okay? And then a little bit of indigo here as well on this It Is What It Is card. So yeah, that's really a validation from Spirit. And I feel as well that for some of you watching, I'm getting here that some of you are feeling overwhelmed. Just like what I said, if you are resonating with a message in which you're feeling overwhelmed, you're not sure what's your next step, what is my next path, I feel that there is also a need for you to balance your energies, all right, to keep yourself centered, all right? And I'm also getting this strong message right now that, yeah, group number 2, you guys are a star, all right? There's a lot of stars on these 2 images over here. So I feel that either number 1, you have a very strong healing energy, all right? A lot of healers and psychics chose group number 2. That's actually what I'm getting. and you have a strong connection with the divine with this, cross over here. All right. Wow. And again, there's a lot of, things that you can actually do, group number two, because you guys are highly talented or very creative. Because this for me is a trophy card. So you guys are very ambitious. Success is what I'm hearing. Yeah, look at this. Self-esteem, another yellow. Are you kidding me? I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Exactamundo. Whoa. Crazy synchronicity. So yeah, for some of you, maybe you just needed to be a lot more confident as well, all right? With whatever gifts or talents that you have, because you got to honor that. Group number two, you guys are highly creative. I tell you that. So maybe for some of you, there is also a need for you to kind of like clear some blockages around your solar plexus. All right. So again, solar plexus is all about confidence as well. So you got the self-esteem, right? And the color is yellow. So maybe for others of you watching, there is a need for you to balance that chakra or to clear any blockages that you may have on your solar plexus. Because again, guys, you possess a lot of gifts that is meant to be shared, all right? Wow, this is really amazing. I love this reading. Okay, let's see what else. You have loss, all right. So again, look at that. We have sunset over here. A lot of you guys have yellow aura, okay? Group number two. So generally, you guys are very, positive people, very optimistic. And then you got here delight, and then you also have here action. Yeah. Because again, I feel that for group number two, like what I said, you serve as an inspiration to a lot of people, okay? You can inspire people either because of your talents, because somebody watching group number two, like what I said, either you love to perform, you're actually into music, some of you are actually very artistic as well, all right? And then somebody watching group number two, I'm really picking up that you have strong, healing energy. And so I'm not going to be surprised if somebody watching group number two is into energy healing, whether it's Reiki, okay, or sound healing. That's really what I'm picking up. And you have a strong connection with nature as well. That's another message I'm getting with all these three cards. But sometimes you get easily overwhelmed that you need to take a step back, all right? And again, with this bird over here, again, birds are actually messengers. So there's really something as well when it comes to communication. So either you communicate your knowledge, your wisdom to other people as well. That's why people with yellow aura, they are great teachers as well. Whether it's you being a spiritual leader or a teacher, all right, or you being a life coach, all right, because you're very highly knowledgeable, all right. Oh my gosh, I love this reading for group number two. But we're not done yet, don't worry. I'm still going to be pulling up some cards here. Let's try this one. Okay, thinking man. All right. So a lot of people chose group number two. You guys are also very logical. And some of you are also kind of like looking for some clarity here, right? On top of yellow and indigo, I'm actually also picking up orange. So let me actually discuss orange first. So if you have an orange aura, that means you guys always wanted, to make some changes, all right? You don't want to be doing the same stuffs over and over again. It's also talking about high sexual energy, all right? You may have some hidden deep emotions as well. And it's also associated with the solar plexus chakra, right? So orange is also very strong for group number two. So Sacral chakra, it's all about desires and passion. So some of you, I'm also hearing that it can be a blockage, all right, on top of the solar plexus chakra. Maybe there is a need for you to balance as well your sacral chakra, especially if some of you are kind of like feeling as if that you're losing motivation, because normally you guys are highly motivated, okay? You're very ambitious, you're very direct as well. And if you have orange aura, group number 2, if you are resonating more with that, then I also feel that you guys are actually into anything to do with, you know, physical movement, or even going to the gym, staying fit, all right, or anything to do with sports as well, or traveling. Okay, there's something about movement for some of you, especially if you are resonating more with the orange aura. Either you love traveling, you like to explore, and that's why you don't want to get bored. You know, you get easily bored if you're doing the same things over and over again. Some of you are also really, you know, good when it comes to math, or you are actually, because you're logical with the thinking man over here, you're probably also into science, all right, technology, all right. Wow, very interesting for group number 2. Nourishment, right? So yeah, you guys are very abundant, honestly, because every time I see this card, I'm really getting here that you guys are very talented. You know, you have a lot of things that you can actually do, right? And a lot of you are also probably concerned as well when it comes to your financial security, because I'm hearing that right now. If some of you are resonating with, yeah, I'm actually going through some sort of like financial struggle or some crisis, all right, let me give you some tip as well. You may also try to work on the 3 chakras, which is what we call the money chakra. You can work with your root, your solar plexus, as well as your sacral, okay, or your root, sacral, and then solar plexus. Okay, because I'm also seeing that for some of you, there may be some sort of like a blockage around that area, especially if you're resonating with what is being discussed. Okay, let's try to pull up more cards. Magic Stream. Seek the truth. Again, a lot of logical people chose group number 2. Wow. You always wanted to get the truth of things, all right? Remember that thinking man? He's looking at the crystal quartz or the clear quartz crystal. And so I'm really getting here that a lot of you guys are, you know, kind of like very curious, having that very curious energy. And I really feel that you guys are really, really smart, okay? There's a lot of knowledge about you, all right? And I'm also getting here that for some of you, there is also a need for you to just be in the flow, okay? Maybe there are times in which you wanted to kind of like jump into what's going to happen next, is what I'm hearing from Spirit, okay? Because you wanted to uncover the truth. But sometimes it's actually making you feel imbalanced, is what I'm hearing. So try to be in the present more, okay? Somebody needed to hear that message. Try to go with the flow, just like with this Magic Stream card over here. All right, let's try to pull up another card. And again, look at that yellow, right? Oh my gosh. Yeah, see? Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Group number 2. Oh boy, you got Unfinished Symphony. And I'm not going to read that based on the actual meaning of this card. But what do we see here? We see here, yeah, a lot of music notes. We have a piano over here. What did I say at the very start of the reading? A lot of you guys that chose group number 2, you are into music. or you guys are just basically very artistic and very creative. There's actually a lot of things they can do. Multiple talents or multi-talented individuals for group number two. Either you can do different things. Either you can do singing and dancing, writing, right? So a lot of writers, a lot of dancers is what I'm hearing, or something to do with performance, all right? Even acting, and yeah, music is so strong for group number two. Well, this is really, really interesting. I love the synchronicity of this reading too. All right, let's try to pull up more. Okay, you have compassion. Transformation. Okay. So here's what I'm actually seeing. I'm actually getting here for group number two that on top of orange, yellow, as well as indigo, some of you may also have purple aura. All right. So, and that is really amazing. If you have purple or white aura, okay, because both are associated with the crown chakra, then that means that you guys, again, you're highly spiritual. You're very psychic, and we've already identified that at the very start, since I also saw indigo aura for some of you watching. And if you have purple aura as well, then you guys are also very much like an empath, all right? You have a strong connection as well with nature, even animals. Just look at this image over here, all right? And I'm also getting here that if you have purple aura, then you can also pursue career that has something to do with, again, spirituality or spiritual career, okay? Either some of you are already doing it, is what I'm hearing, okay? Just like what I said, or others of you, it can be healthcare, okay, or a therapist. You can also be a counselor, okay, because you guys are generally very compassionate. You're nurturing, you're very giving, you're very loving as well. No wonder you got the Empress, okay, because the Empress is also very generous. She's also very nurturing and very giving, but she knows how to give back to herself. So I really feel that if you are resonating more with the purple or white aura, there is also a need for some of you to create boundaries or balance as well, okay? That is so strong. And if you have purple or white aura, then that is also a sign that you are actually, yeah, very much connected to the angels as well, or the divine, okay? Or there's divine wisdom about you. So again, most of you guys are actually either you can really do life coaching or mediumship or anything to do with healing. Wow, I love group two's reading, I tell you that. Some of you, you're being asked to actually yeah, like to step out of your comfort zone is what I'm hearing. So maybe that's why I got the self-esteem. Some of you are not feeling confident, okay? So again, if you're resonating with that, your guys are saying embrace who you are, okay? Be confident. Don't be afraid. Take that leap of faith. You keep on getting that message, group number two, all right? And yeah, you're ready is what I'm hearing. You're ready. I keep on hearing that. Just like with this butterfly over here, okay? So maybe somebody needed to hear that message very, very strongly. And for some of you, I noticed that there's kind of like a brown butterfly over here. Some of you, just like group number one, if you have brown aura, this is for those who are resonating with, yeah, I'm kind of like feeling a little bit overwhelmed, because I've seen that earlier as well. And if you're resonating with, yeah, I love nature so much, I love being around the environment or nature or even animals, then it can also be that you have brown aura, okay? But if you have brown aura, it can also be that you're challenged when it comes to some traumas, or there's actually fear blockage for some of you, or going through some emotional pain. And if you are, all right, they are urging for you to kind of like let go of that, or try to let go of some past wounds and some guilt as well. Wow, multiple colors as well for group number 2, okay? But the strongest would be yellow as well as indigo. Indigo is so strong, and then purple with a little bit of brown. So maybe somebody's also checking out each groups, okay? But yeah, the strongest would be indigo and yellow. But we're not done yet, all right? Let me just pull up another set of cards here. Let's try this one. Freedom. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. And we have the white dove. So that is actually for those who are resonating with purple or white aura. Okay. So again, it's associated with the crown chakra. You guys are very, very spiritual. Some of you guys, you know, you wanted to be independent, okay? That's really what I'm getting as well. You feel overwhelmed, you know, when you are in a crowd or a huge crowd. So I'm not really going to be surprised if a lot of you are empaths, really, because as an empath myself, I get easily overwhelmed. After dealing with a lot of people, I need to take a step back. All right, I needed to recharge. So I feel that's why I got the freedom card as well. For some of you, you also needed to release something, especially if you're resonating with the brown aura that I just discussed earlier. And what you needed to release, it can be, you know, anger, emotional pain, or even guilt. Wow, look at this gift. Oh my gosh, be present, it says here. I just love how everything is matching. Remember the message that I heard from Spirit? Somebody watching group number 2, you may have a tendency though, because you are very curious. It's like you always wanted to uncover everything, the answers. You got the Seek the Truth card, okay? So I'm really picking up that this is a message that some of you guys needed to hear. You need to live in the present, be in the flow, okay? Be present, that's what it says here. Others of you, you have a lot of gifts. You're multi-talented, group number 2. So your guys are wanting for you to share your talents, all right? To shine like the star that you are, okay? That's really what I'm getting for group number 2. And maybe somebody watching group number 2 is highly psychic as well, is what I'm hearing right now from Spirit, especially that between group 1 and group 2, I'm more like getting a lot of psychics chose group number 2. Clairvoyant. Okay, that's really what I'm getting. You have a strong connection with the divine. You have a strong connection with, you know, the spiritual world, between the physical and the spiritual. And some of you are kind of like either you don't have any confidence yet to make use of your talents or your gifts. Okay, if you're nodding your head right now, this is your validation. Your guides are wanting for you to make use of those talents. All right, because it is a gift from the universe. Right? So yeah, set yourself free. Maybe for some of you are kind of like holding back. And again, we saw the self-esteem card. So maybe that's something that you really needed to work on. And again, yellow color over here. Wow. With a little bit of orange as well. So again, group number 2, I feel that if you're resonating with that, you may work with your solar plexus chakra. Okay, so you can actually regain the confidence that you probably had or once had, or for some of you, in order for you to be a lot more confident to put your talents out there, all right, or to show it to the world, you can work with that. Solar plexus chakra, some of you, it's actually the sacral chakra, okay? Wow, a lot of chakra and a lot of aura colors for group number 2, okay? That's really what I'm getting, but the strongest, just like what I said, would be the indigo and the yellow aura color. But for the rest of you, I'm really picking up purple as well, purple or white, with a little bit of brown as well as orange, okay? Wow, all right, so maybe a lot of people chose group number 2 as well. Anyway, let's try to pull up more clues over here. Yeah, healthy ego. I won't be surprised, especially if you have orange or yellow aura, okay? Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Very interesting. Ooh. Yep. Yep. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So the messages that I'm actually getting here based on the 6 cards that we pulled up. So yeah, like what I said, if you have yellow or orange aura, you have this very, sunny personality, healthy ego. There's something really about confidence, okay? Because I'm getting 2 messages here. Some of you don't have any blockage around solar plexus, okay? But somebody watching group number 2, you also needed to heal that, to work on that. But some of you have this very healthy ego. And if you are resonating with that, then yes, your aura color is really yellow. And then for others of you, I'm getting crown. You got the crown conch over here. So yeah, again, very strong purple or white color of aura or indigo. Because again, a lot of you guys are psychics as well, empaths or healers watching. And somebody also watching group number 2, you are kind of like crying for justice. I don't know, I'm hearing that. Or either it already happened, like something happened to you guys in which somebody did something that is really wrong, or somebody's crying for, justice. Like there was some sort of like an injustice that has happened. I don't know who am I channeling, and maybe that's why I got the brown aura earlier. So I feel that your guides are again, urging for you to let it go, okay? Let go of the anger, the frustration, the guilt, all right? Because you don't deserve that. And true forgiveness means you are moving forward. You're no longer wanting to be, affected by what those people or that person did to you, okay? Because forgiveness is a gift to yourself. Always remember that. And speaking of gift, all right, it says here, looking for the gift connected to the situation, beauty from irritation. So either of 2 things. Somebody watching group number 2 is very mature, like you have the ability to see things from a different perspective. You try to stay optimistic, especially if you have yellow aura, all right? You guys are very, very positive people. And so you try to look at the beauty from a very, difficult situation, all right? And for some of you, that can also be a message, especially if you're resonating more with the brown aura. A lot of brown. I noticed that for group 1, and then group number 2, I got it again. So somebody watching either checked out group number 1, then jumped to group number 2, or somebody just basically needed to hear that message, especially if you're resonating with, you're still holding on to some past hurt or wounds, and it's kind of like really affecting you, all right? There is a need for you to cleanse your aura. So, yeah, try to look for the gift of a situation, no matter how ugly it may seem, okay? Because everything is all about perspective, okay? And then for others of you, I'm also getting here, especially for the orange aura, if you're actually resonating more with that, then you are really, into fitness, all right? You want to stay fit. You're very active as well. You really try to pay attention as well to your diet. Maybe either you love to do exercise as well for some of you, or you've been taking some protein shakes for some of you. That's another message that I'm getting here. All right. Wow. Group number 2. Very, very interesting reading for you guys. A lot of aura colors for group number 2. That's what I noticed. For group number 1, there's a lot as well. They even got the rainbow aura, meaning some of them, they may have multiple auras, all right? But it can also be, the case for some of you watching. But anywho, let's actually pull up some messages for you. Let's do that first before we wrap things up. Message for group number 2, please. Ace of Ariel. All right. Blessings. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Before I pull up another card here. I notice there's a lot of pink. Oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting that. So again, group number 2. A lot of people probably chose group number 2 because there's a lot of aura colors, okay? So yeah, if you're resonating more with pink, okay, if you have pink aura, basically, then you guys are very artistic, all right? You guys are really romantic, very idealistic, very sentimental rather, very easygoing. You can also be a loyal friend, and it's still associated though with the root chakra, by the way, all right? So again, there is also a need for some of you to balance your emotions. Okay, that was so strong. No wonder I got that message earlier. And in terms of career or life purpose, again, artist. Oh gosh. So a lot of artistic people chose group number 2. And dancing as well. Well, I'm not going to be surprised because, again, like what I said, I saw a lot of cards about music even, okay? So you can be a musician or you love music a lot. Others of you who are resonating more as well with spiritual career, then again, like what I said, anything to do with energy, healing, or psychic work, okay? Wow, this is crazy. A lot of colors for group number 2. Okay, so pull up another message. Again, orange. Are you kidding me? What the freak, man? Okay. Wow. So it says here, passion. Do what excites you. Get fired up about your life. Increase your energy levels. Remember I said something like for someone watching group number 2, it can also be that your sacral chakra is blocked, okay? Some of you are probably also noticing that you suddenly lost motivation, all right? Because again, sacral chakra is always about desire or passion as well, all right? So maybe you need to kind of like clear any blockage around that for some of you, or you have to do what excites you. Put your focus on what excites you, all right? Try to increase your energy level. So some of you are feeling down in the dumps recently as well, all right? And then you got the Ace of Ethereal. So it says here, it's your lucky day, new resources of money, time, or support a change in job or promotion. So yeah, for some of you, maybe there's going to be a brand new opportunity for you, something to do maybe with your career, all right? Maybe again, a change in job. It can be an increase in salary as well, or it can also be that for some of you, there is a big opportunity for you to make some money. That could be a message for you because you got your blessings. So let me read it. Love, light, blessings. Through this card, you're being showered with angelic light. Accept the blessings that are about to come your way and know that you deserve to be and have all your heart's desires. You're being lovingly guided along a golden path, a magical journey through which you shall discover your true essence, the infinite and eternal you. Congratulations. Well, group number 2. Very beautiful reading. I love it. There's a lot of aura color. So as a recap, the strongest for me for group number 2 would be the colors yellow as well as indigo and then orange. Orange is so strong, okay? And then for others of you, I'm still picking up purple or white, okay? And then a little bit of brown for some of you, especially if you're resonating with you're actually feeling low, all right? That's why you got that message of you need to increase your energy levels. Maybe there's a need for you to heal, all right? To clear any blockages. For some of you, in terms of blockages, like what I said, you can actually work really with solar, especially if you're resonating with you're losing confidence and motivation. Solar plexus, sacral chakra is very, very strong, okay, for group number 2. And if you are also kind of like challenged when it comes to your finances, okay, because you got here Ace of Ethereal and there's a lot of gold coins and all that, then you may also try working with the 3 chakras, which is also known as the money chakra. So start working with root, sacral, as well as solar plexus chakra. Alrighty, group number 2. I love your reading. I hope you enjoyed this or you picked up something from this reading. I'll see you again next week. Bye, guys. Hello, group number 3. It's your turn. Let's find out what is the color of your aura and what does it say about you. All right, let's get started. Spirit guides, archangels, and angels, please provide some guided messages for the collective which chose group number 3. Four of Cups. 6 of Swords. Princess of Cups. 8 of Cups. Wow. The Hangwoman. Okay. Next we have here 10 of Cups. And at the bottom of the deck you have here 5 of Swords. Okay. Alright, group number 3. I'm actually seeing a lot of water signs here. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. I'm also seeing here Swords energies, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Wow, group number 3. I'm not going to be surprised as well if you have water in your chart, and high five to my fellow water signs, as well as a lot of empaths chose group number 3. Really, that's really what I'm picking up, and the reason why it's because of I'm seeing here as well in terms of aura colors. We have green as well as indigo. Okay, so let's start off with green. If you have a green aura, it means that you guys are very sensitive to feelings and emotions, all right? You're emotional. You're also very creative too. Very happy energy as well for people with green aura. It's also associated with the heart chakra, right? So that is talking about love, growth, transformation, and abundance. Now, in terms of career, if you have green aura, then you may be also kind of like interested when it comes to work or career related to the environment for some of you. It can be either landscaping, gardening for some of you, or even a healer. All right, so very strong healing energy as well for group number 3. And then we also have indigo, all right, which is very, very interesting. And indigo aura, that is actually suggesting to us, group number 3, that you are empaths, okay? Again, you are connected to nature as well. You're very sensitive to the feelings of others, all right? And even the energies of the world. Also getting here that if you have indigo aura, then you are highly psychic, because indigo aura is associated with the third eye chakra. Okay, so meaning your third eye is activated or it's open. So a lot of you guys are very psychic as well, very intuitive. That's another thing. With a combination of indigo and green, very highly intuitive people chose group number 3. So either you guys are also, like what I said, very psychic. Some of you are probably tarot readers as well, or a medium, or healers. Some of you may have gifts of astral traveling or dream walking, okay? And you have that strong connection between the physical and the spiritual world. So in terms of career, I'm also getting that for group number 3. You may also do things like healing, such as energy healing or sound healing, or being a Reiki master, on top of, you know, being a psychic or being a medium. Some of you are already doing that, really, okay? So it's kind of like just a validation for some of you guys. Wow, so there you go. So far we have green as well as indigo. Let's try to pull up more cards. Manifestation, okay. Crystals, wow. So again, very spiritual group for group number 3. So yeah, I won't be surprised, you guys. So either you're also into crystals, okay, crystal healing as well, or you have a strong connection to crystals or any other gemstones, okay. Again, a lot of healing energy, even with the color pink as well as green, associated again with the heart chakra. But the color pink is also associated with the root chakra, by the way. But a lot of heart centered people chose group number 3. And again, very psychic with the color violet. Okay. So I feel that on top of colors green aura as well as indigo, some of you may have purple or white aura, and that is amazing. And I'm not going to be surprised because, like what I said, there's a lot of psychics and mediums and healers who chose group number 3. And if you have purple and white aura, then that means you are very much spiritually evolved. All right, you're very enlightened, strong divine wisdom, or you're connected to the divine as well. Or some of you may had some sort of like a spiritual awakening. And in terms of career, again, even if it's purple or white, or something to do with teaching, being a spiritual leader for some of you, or a spiritual healer, or a life coach, okay? Wow, this is so freaking beautiful. I love this. You have a lot of wisdom, okay? Group number 3. And that is because, honestly, you are old souls, all right? This is not your first time on this realm. Some of you are also good when it comes to the medical field. All right. So if you're not resonating with spiritual career, because I'm picking that up strongly for group number 3, it can also be anything to do with the medical field, either being a nurse, all right, or a doctor, or some of you, acupuncture is also very, very strong. Okay. Wow. I love this reading. Let's try to pull up another set of cards. Another green. Oh my gosh. Strongest color for group number 3. It's green. Wow. Okay. And then power of purpose. Okay. So interesting. We have another green over here. And look at what this guy is wearing, right? Violet or purple. I just love how everything is matching. So we've already discussed what those aura colors means for you. All right, this is just a validation. But what I'm also picking up for group number 3 is that some of you are also kind of like, number 1, what I'm hearing is that you are confused about what's your next step or what is my next path. That's actually what I'm hearing. And that's why I got the 4 of Cups energy. Some of you are not feeling satisfied with what's going on in your life recently. Some of you are kind of like having a hard time knowing what am I about to do or what is my next step. And if you are resonating with that, it can also be that your crown chakra, for some of you, it can be a blockage, okay? It's either your root or your crown chakra is blocked. And if you're resonating with that message, then there is also a need for you to balance those chakras, the crown as well as the base or the root chakra, okay? Wow. All right, let's see. Let's try to pull up another card here. Another violet or purple. Are you kidding me? So yeah, perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Again, group number 3, if you notice, you got the manifestation card. So a lot of you guys are powerful manifestors, all right? So the message I'm getting for some of you watching is that, especially if you are kind of like feeling confused, all right, then this is a sign that you need to clear those chakras so that you can be actually clear with, okay, what is my next step? You may also work with some crystals. You got the crystal card, right? That will give you clarity. You can work with clear quartz as well. Or for some of you, I'm also picking up amethyst, especially if you're resonating with, you're feeling very much, anxious, you're having a lot of trouble sleeping even, you wanted to be feeling calm or you needed to feel calm. you can actually work with Amethyst as well. But yeah, I feel that for group number 3 with this perseverance card, this is also what it says about you. Basically, you guys are very goal oriented as well with this power of purpose, especially if you already know what you needed to do. Okay, because I'm getting here, somebody watching group number 3, you are aware what is your life purpose. Some of you have been doing it already. Okay, so if you are resonating with that, then just keep doing what you're doing, okay, with this perseverance card, because I feel that it's just really, going to be bearing good fruits for you, all right? Especially if you guys have been, helping people, because I'm getting for group number 3, you work well with people. All right, like helping. There's something about being of service to the people around you, whether you are in the medical field, just like what I said. A lot of healers chose group number 3, okay? And some of you, I'm still picking up, like maybe you are a psychic, right? And so either you're doing tarot reading as well, and so you are providing guidance and clarity to the people asking for a reading from you. So yeah, very interesting. I love group 3's reading as well. All right, let's see what else. Okay, you got the victim mentality though. So yeah, I noticed as well, there's a lot of water, right? And yeah, I'm not going to be surprised if you guys are water signs for some of you, but I'm also getting here that some of you are actually feeling either overwhelmed, okay? And look at this guy over here with the victim mentality. He felt as if that he can't do anything about his situation. He felt stuck. There's that strong stuck energy. And just like what I said earlier, if you're resonating with that message, it can be that you can clear your crown chakra, especially if you're feeling as if that, I don't know what I'm about to do. What is my purpose? That's actually what I'm hearing right now. Others of you, you don't know what's your next step. So the root and the crown chakra blockage is also very strong for some of you watching, okay? All right, let's try to pull up another card here. Solitude. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Before I pull up another card, another clue, especially if you have either purple aura, okay, or white aura, because purple or white is actually associated with the crown chakra. So if you have purple aura, then that's the reason why I got the solitude card, because usually people with that type of aura color, they need some time for themselves, right? They need to recharge. That's why a lot of you guys who chose group number 3, you're very sensitive, highly sensitive to feelings, emotions, or energies of the people or the world, and that you needed to take a step back, all right? So yeah, as a fellow, empath myself, all right, that's something that a lot of people do not understand about me. Just to share to you guys, all right, when I was still working for Dell, I was really like a decade ago, I believe. Yeah. I was just starting out working for Dell during those times. A lot of my coworkers would actually, find me a little bit weird. It's like I have my own world, or that I need to take a step back. Some of them, they would even, call me incommunicado. It's like they're trying to reach out to me, but they can't contact me. Some people would even say that I have this, like little world, but that's because of I'm an empath. During those times, I thought it was really negative, right? Although it's really difficult being an empath, and fellow empaths would really understand that, right? So at that time, I wasn't aware about being an empath and all that, but empaths, they really needed to recharge. They need to take a step back. And I feel if you have purple or white aura, then yeah, because you are an empath, all right? You're very sensitive to the feeling and emotions of the people around you, and that you get drained. Especially if there's a lot of people around, I get drained. Like, all of a sudden, I need to be alone, all by myself. And a lot of people, they don't understand that. They would even call me as if I'm a hermit, okay? And that's because I need, to recharge, or I need to take a breather as well. So I feel that if you're resonating with that message, there you go. Either you have green aura or purple and white aura. For some of you, if you're also resonating with you're feeling overwhelmed, then there is also a need for you to kind of like take a step back, okay? Try to recharge your energies as well. Let's try to pull it more. Yeah, hold up. I'm hearing right now from Spirit. Spirit is also saying that somebody watching group number 3, you may have a little bit of a dark, grayish black aura about you. And that's why I got this loneliness energy over here. Okay, before I pull up more cards, somebody watching group number 3, either you're going through some sort of like depression, okay? So that means your aura is kind of like on the black or the grayish side. Okay, so that could mean that you are in a very low energy. You may have some sort of like traumas or some blockages. Others of you are holding on to some anger as well, connected from the past. If you have gray or blackish type of aura, it can also mean fear or illness, okay, for some of you. And so maybe there is also a need for some of you to heal. Yeah, look at that. Angel of Balance. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. So yeah, a lot of you guys, either you needed to create balance, just like what I said, especially if you are an empath, because empaths loves to give, okay? We love to give, we love to be of service, but sometimes we fail to notice that, yeah, we're overly giving, all right? And we tend to attract people who take so much more from us. All right, because we're naturally giving people. So be mindful about that. I feel that there's also a need for some of you watching to protect your energy. All right, maybe that's why I'm also getting that blackish or gray aura. Maybe because you've been absorbing, not so good energy. If it's not necessarily you, because, that's the thing with empaths, sometimes you feel as if that, what's going on? I'm perfectly fine, Then all of a sudden, I just felt low. Then that is a sign that you picked up the energy from the people that you have talked to, maybe, or you've recently talked to, or the world, all right? So if you're resonating with that, there is a need for you to protect or shield your energy so you don't get affected, especially if you're feeling drained and low or exhausted all of a sudden. There is a need for you to balance your energies, to keep yourself centered again, all right? And to set up some proper boundaries, okay? Because again, empaths love to help. Give, right? All right, let's see, what else? Release. Yeah, I really feel that for group number 3, there is something that you guys needed to release, okay? Whatever that is. Earlier, especially if you are resonating with the dark aura, okay, like grayish to black, then there is a need for you to release any fear or any other blockages that you may have, anger, frustration, all right, which is also affecting your overall health, is what I'm hearing from Spirit, okay? And then for others of you, I'm getting a different message, all right? Again, I'm seeing that purple and white color over here. So, like what I said, for group number 3, the strongest colors I've seen so far would be the green and the purple and white. So, if you're resonating with the purple and white, again, I feel that some of you, either you are going through some sort of like transformation, okay, with a butterfly over here. Maybe some of you did some purging, is what I'm hearing, okay? You've been releasing something, all right? Shadow work is another message I'm hearing from Spirit right now. Interesting. Okay, let's see, what else? Okay, you got your commitment. And and then observe. Okay, so for group number 3, I noticed there's also rainbows, even with this observe card over here. So for some of you watching, you may have multiple aura colors, okay? You may have more than one. So let's actually start off with that first. So on top of green, purple, or white aura, the strongest as well would be rainbow. Okay, it can be a combination of both. And if you have rainbow aura, then you guys are, again, highly spiritual. All right, you guys are very insightful. You're very nurturing. Again, a lot of people who chose group number 3 are caregivers. Okay, very caring, loving people. All right, and also for some of you, not all of you, okay, it can also be that you guys just had some sort of like an awakening. You know, somebody was just, you know, suddenly enlightened. That's another message I'm hearing from spirit. And if you have rainbow aura, again, you need to practice psychic protection as well. Because again, you're very sensitive to energies, right? There is a need for you to balance as well yourself. And then people with rainbow aura, they're also, like what I said, very creative, very intuitive, okay? Strong, powerful. And at the same time, the career for people with rainbow aura, psychic, okay, or the medical field for some of you still. I'm getting that. Either, you know, holistic healing for some of you as well. Some of you guys are very artistic, or you can be a great teacher, all right? You love teaching, or maybe if you are into a spiritual career, which is actually very strong for group number 3, just like group number 2. A lot of psychics chose group 2, or healers chose group 2 and group number 3, okay? And yeah, I'm also getting here with this commitment card. You guys are actually very loyal, all right? You have a big heart. That's really what I'm getting here. And yeah, the rainbow color is so beautiful. And then you got here observed. So again, very intuitive people chose group number 3. This is the Hangman card, by the way. So you may be a Pisces as well. Maybe that's an additional clue for some of you. But yeah, whether you're Pisces or not, because there's a lot of water signs who chose group number 3, you guys are very, very intuitive. And water signs are also the psychics of the zodiac, by the way, because you can feel, all right? You're very deep. Oh, wow. This is so beautiful. I love this, group number 3. I love this reading. So let's pull up another set of cards. You have here, not for you. Oh my gosh, wow. Another purplish, kind of like purple and indigo color for group number 3. So again, very psychic. Having that very peaceful, calming energy. You have that natural healing ability, group number 3, okay? And I'm also seeing here with this not for you, it's either black and white for some of you. Some of you are probably also Scorpio. All right, as a Scorpio myself, there's no shades of gray. So some of you, there's no, you know, shades of gray. It's either black or it's either white, okay? And I feel as well with this not for you, either this is an advice, all right? Try to identify or assess your situation, what is good and what is not good for you. Some of you are probably staying in a kind of situation in which you already had that niggling feeling that something is off. Like there's some red flags, but maybe you just continue to be in that situation is what I'm hearing from spirit, all right? Know what is good. Know what is not right for you anymore. Release. That's why I got the release card. Release, which is no longer serving you, okay? So you can achieve peace, all right? And again, peaceful energy, tranquility, higher self, right? Very spiritual energy for group number 3. And yeah, I feel that you guys are also very much connected to nature or animals. All right, group number 3. Very beautiful. I love this. And I feel as well that a lot of you guys love to meditate, or it can be a message for some of you, just like what I said when I saw that solitude card. Maybe you need some time off, all right? And like what I said, purple or white aura is so strong for group number 3 because usually, just like what I said, if you have purple or white aura, you may notice that you feel drained or you just needed some time off. Like, I need some time alone. I wanted to be alone. Some people may actually judge you or say that you're weird. That's why I gave you my personal experience. I wanted to share that so that you won't feel as if that you are all alone in this journey, okay? And if you are, and if you're feeling alone, like nobody could understand you, or people are saying that you're weird, or that you wanted to be alone, because you got the solitude card, and that's because of you are a person with a purple or white aura. Okay, and that was so strong for group number 3 on top of green. Okay, wow, it's hard for me to choose which pile is my favorite, although the purple aura also appeared in other groups. Okay, but strongest for group number 3 would be that purple, white, as well as green. Let's see what else. Let's try this one. Okay. Shopping. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. All right. For some of you, what I'm actually getting here with this shopping card, you have to pay attention to what actually motivates you or energizes you. Okay. So for a few of you, it can also be orange. Okay. So if you have orange aura, then maybe some of you are losing motivation all of a sudden, all right, and you're feeling uninspired recently. It can also be that this is the blockage, not necessarily this is your aura. So if you're resonating with that message, then that's the advice from Spirit for you. Put your focus more on what energizes you, what inspires you, all right? Put your focus on your passion, okay? And if you're also dealing with some challenges around that, not feeling motivated, then you can actually also try to clear your sacral chakra blockage, okay? And if you have orange aura, because I can still feel that for some of you, very few of you, if you have that aura, that means you are, again, very passionate in whatever it is that you wanted to do, okay? Some of you are very sporty as well, or you are actually into physical fitness, okay? That's what I'm getting. And then for others of you, if it's all about career or life purpose, you may also be, doing well when it comes to science or traveling, all right, or exploring, okay? That's really what I'm getting. So for some of you, either you always wanted, to try out something new, you wanted to explore other opportunities out there, then yeah, that means you have an orange aura, especially if you love traveling all the time or you love adventure. Wow. But I'm also getting here that for some of you, with this innocence card, I'm actually hearing very strongly that, yeah, group number 3, you may be really good when it comes to children as well. Not just, animals, but maybe also with children is what I'm hearing from Spirit. Wow, that is so cute. I love this. But I'm also hearing that for some of you, there may be a need for some inner child healing. Okay, that's another message I'm hearing from Spirit. Okay, let's try to pull up another set. And then we're just going to pull up, some messages for you. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh, are you freaking kidding me? Look at this, preferring to be alone. Oh boy. You got the solitude card. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. But before I discuss that, let me just pull up another set of cards, okay? Oh man, I just love the synchronicity of this reading. Yeah. Okay, all right. So, group number 3. here's what I'm actually getting. So somebody watching is kind of like looking for some clarity in their situation. Okay, that's actually what I'm getting. So, like what I said, it can also be a blockage for some of you that maybe you also needed to work on your crown as well as your root chakra. Okay, that's actually what I'm getting very strongly. For some of you, I'm also getting here that maybe you have attracted not so good people for you. Remember, you got the not for you card, all right? Because I got that message from Spirit that you have to be more mindful or be more aware of who is good and not as good for you. And Spirit is actually kind of like wanting for you to use your discernment. So, somebody watching group number 3, you may be struggling around that. Okay, even though you're highly intuitive, and this is what I'm hearing, even though you're highly psychic, and that's exactly what I'm hearing right now from my guides, that somebody watching group number 3, you are so highly psychic, and yet for some reason you're having a hard time listening to your intuition or using your own discernment. And so, whoever it is that I'm channeling, and you may have attracted not so good people around you. Either you have trusted the wrong person. I'm hearing somebody watching group number 3, you're so giving, you're so caring, you're so loving, and somebody actually kind of like either betrayed you, somebody tried to backstab you, all right? If this is all about love and romance, maybe you have attracted the wrong partner. You thought that this is your Prince Charming, but it turned out to be a frog. Okay? So, what your spirit guides are also saying is that this is a message for you to follow your discernment. All right? Be more mindful. Number 1, try to assess the person carefully. All right? Is this person good or not good for you? Watch out for the red flags. And always remember, this is something I've learned. I wanted to share this to you guys. Always trust patterns. Because words are nothing. Well, actions, yeah, that's good. Actions are better than words. But sometimes people may do that, maybe for a whole month. They can be very consistent. But it's different when it comes to patterns. Because patterns, that's really their nature. It would continue on happening, all right? Like there is a behavioral pattern. So watch out for patterns is what I'm hearing right now from Spirit. And use your discernment. Is this good for me or not? Not necessarily a person for some of you. It can be that maybe you know that this is not good, that it might hurt someone, or this thing that I'm doing is not really good, but you tend to do it anyway. So there's also something around that for someone watching group number 3, okay? And then I'm also getting here that somebody watching group number 3, you are very curious people. You really love to uncover. That's why I'm getting there's something about you wanting to get some clarity over situation, okay? Yeah, because you guys are very, very curious. That's what it says a lot about you with all of those auras that we were talking about, okay? And what blew me away was this card that says preferring to be alone. Crazy. Let me go back to your card, which is really, really interesting. Group number 3. Let's see here. Where is that card? There you go. You got the solitude card, right? So yeah, like what I said, that's a strong validation from Spirit that somebody watching group number 3, you can be, a loner, all right? Or there are times that you just wanted to spend some time all by yourself, as sometimes the crowd overwhelms you. And there's nothing wrong with that, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, no man is an island. It's different when you don't want to accept help from people. That's a different thing, okay? Like you don't want to accept help or receive help from people, or that you don't want to get along with people. But that's not to say that you don't need to socialize with anyone, all right? But maybe the reason as why you wanted to be alone, maybe because there were some traumas or some hurts, or you may have witnessed, that there's so many nasty, mean people out there, because I'm hearing somebody watching group number 3 was betrayed many times. I keep on hearing it. There's trust issues as well. And I can resonate with that, group number 3, okay? So you're never alone in this journey. As especially if you are an empath, especially if you are very caring, because a lot of people chose group number 3. You guys have a big heart. I want to hug you guys, you know? And I'm so happy because I could really feel your energy, group number 3, you know? Somebody who is just like me as well, you know? Who loves to help, who wanted to be of service. And this is also, yeah, a lesson for me too, group number 3. So we're in this together, right? So for those who are resonating with, there are times, or most of the time, you wanted to be alone, and that's because you're very sensitive to the energies, all right? You can also pick up if a person is not really real, all right? Or a person is actually fake, or that person doesn't have good intentions for you. Although, for others of you, I'm hearing it's the total opposite. Like, you have to use your discernment. You have to trust your own feelings, all right? Maybe there are times that because you're overly trusting, because you have a big heart, you try to give people a benefit of a doubt, is what I'm hearing. That, yeah, all of a sudden you will be shocked or surprised that this person betrayed you, okay? So create balance. The word balance is so strong as well for group number 3, okay? Which is very common for us empaths, because we have to always, you know, create balance. We have to also, yeah, create healthy boundaries as well. Okay. Wow, I love this. I think this is my favorite pile now. Because I could really feel my fellow empaths out there. Anyway, all right, so let's actually pull up some random messages for you before we wrap things up. All right. Message for group number 3, please. Knight of Ethereal. All right. Intuition. Well, what did I say? A lot of people chose group number 3 are highly intuitive, empaths, healers, psychics. Well, I love this reading so much, okay? Let me just pull up another card. Hold up. Nature. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, wow, I love this reading. Okay, so let's start off with Knight of Ethereal. So yeah, you guys are very trustworthy. You guys are very understanding. You're funny as well. You're very devoted, okay? And this card is also, you know, basically suggesting that you need to make a detailed plan as well, all right? I'm also getting here that for others of you, drawn to this image. Look at this. We see here a fairy, and then, I don't know, this is kind of like, yeah, I don't know if it's a garden or what. But yeah, like what I said, especially for those who are resonating with the green aura, because the strongest aura for group number 3, it's purple or white, as well as a green aura. There's only a few of you who's actually also having that orange aura, okay? But the strongest will be green and purple and white. So if you have green aura, just like I said, you know, you guys are very much connected to nature. Wow. Either you are actually also good when it comes to farming, right? Growing some plants, maybe a green thumb, okay? That's actually what I'm getting. And yeah, for some of you who are actually very spiritual or highly psychic, some of you may also connect with elemental spirits. That's another thing that I'm getting here, especially with the magical beings that I'm seeing here in your cards. And again, look at that, green, right? With the nature card. And it says here, ground yourself, find a sanctuary in nature, connect with the elementals. Oh my gosh, I didn't see that. I promise. I swear. I didn't see that message. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Because, yeah, when I saw this fairy, or kind of like an angel, actually, but what I heard is fairy. And then I saw this unicorn, and I was like, yeah, very elemental spirit. And yeah, it says here, connect with the elementals. So, yeah, what I'm actually also getting here with this nature, so maybe, yeah, that is a validation for some of you that you really connect with nature, all right? Or it can be an advice that in order for you to feel balanced again, you need to ground yourself, all right? Take a breather or take some time to spend more, with nature. Mother Gaia is what I'm actually getting here, especially if you're feeling overwhelmed or confused or searching for some clarity as well. And then, yeah, there is a need for you to trust your feelings or intuition, group number 3, because it says here, trust your intuition and know that what seems logical may not be necessarily right. The answer to your question lies inside your heart. Endless possibilities exist for you. Stop trying to work it all out and feel your way through. We, your angels, will guide you. Trust your feelings. What feels right is right. Crazy synchronicity for group number 3. Okay, remember you were just talking about that. You have to trust your intuition, use your discernment. I keep on getting that for group number 3, and now you got that card, intuition. I even heard from spirit as a clue for some of you that somebody watching group number 3 is really highly psychic, but for some reason you're having a hard time following your discernment. Like, you either because of you're so compassionate and you're so giving, yet that you kind of like try to give others a benefit of a doubt, and then only to realize that that person is not really good for you. I don't know who am I channeling here, right? And you're like, wow, I'm highly psychic, but for some reason, why is it that I wasn't able to see it? I didn't see that coming. And that's because of you are very loving, okay? You're very compassionate, and that's good. But you've got to be aware. You've got to be mindful. Maybe this person is not good for you anymore. Know what is good. Know what is not right for you. Okay? That's why discernment. So trust your feelings. Do what feels right for you. And again, a lot of you guys, green aura is so strong. A lot of people chose group number 3 are very heart-centered. Wow, that's why it's my favorite pile. And purple or white aura, very highly psychic, very spiritual, connected to the divine, okay? Well, so yeah, before we wrap things up, again, what is your aura? Group number 3, since it's a general reading, I'm getting multiple, but of course the strongest would be green, okay? Purple or white with a little bit of orange for some of you. And yeah, if you're resonating with, you have this very dark aura about you all of a sudden where you're feeling low, or some of you are also feeling depressed, okay, then there is a blockage. That is a sign that maybe you really needed to release those blockages. You cleanse your aura, you cleanse your energies as well. Maybe you need to step into nature, or to take a step back rather and spend some time rather in nature, or to ground yourself as well. Wow, group number 3. So I hope you picked up something from this reading, and I will see you again next week. Bye guys, love and light.